Hey, and welcome back everyone to a brand new video here on the Identity Coach Tim's YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to bring a little bit closer to you the idea of identity work and what the reason is why you feel stuck in your life right now, in your specific area, whether it be in business, in your relationship, in your personal life, with your habits, why you don't feel good and confident with yourself. Because a lot of times, when we look at our lives, we usually identify certain patterns that we are not really happy with. Either you're probably already someone who is reading a lot of books, who is into personal development, who has probably searched the entire YouTube on identity or on how to get rid of certain overthinking and how to not be a people pleaser, how to be more of a man, how to lead better relationships, right? The internet is completely filled with content around this specific topic of how to better yourself, how to get rid of the patterns that you are unhappy with. The problem is with this, and I'll tell you right away, is that when you're looking at getting rid of certain patterns that are not serving you, you are basically getting into an internal conflict with certain parts of you that have been serving you in your best interest at some point in your life. In identity work and in identity architecture, this is what I do with my clients. We have three main levels. We have level number one, which are the surface patterns. Surface patterns is what we notice, what you and me would notice if we would analyze somebody else. We would say, well, he's definitely overthinking. The way he's kind of like looking at a problem, he's just restless, right? He's freaking out. He get panic attacks because he's just too much in his head, right? He's a classic overthinker. Or if you have someone else who is in business, right, and he just can't stop working, he just can't stop achieving, like no matter what you do, no matter what he does, is ever going to be enough to satisfy his hunger and his need for success, for perfection, right? Those people usually suffer a lot of times burnouts along the way and live a very unfulfilling life because no matter what they do, no matter how big the achievement is, they always want more. Or you maybe have people pleasers where you say, man, I'm never putting my own needs and my own kind of values first. I always act in accordance to what other people expect of me. This is something where I understandably would say in the past as well, I would have gone and said, yeah, that is something that I want to get rid of. The problem is though, no matter what age you are right now, you could be beginning 20, you could be beginning 30, beginning 40, beginning 50. It's the same system. It's the same process. The surface pattern is a symptom. You can call it a symptom. And this symptom has in the past, in a certain specific, experience that you went through in your childhood, maybe in your teenage years, in your young adult years, has served and protected you from something. Maybe you didn't get enough love and affection from a specific person while you were growing up, right? In your teenage years, in your childhood years, and you understood and you learned that, if I perform and if I do more than everybody else, when everybody else is, out there playing with the other kids and just enjoying his time, if I work and study and focus, this is where, this specific person, that'd be my father, my mother, my brother, whoever, was actually giving me attention. And attention, significance for us human beings is one of our core human needs, right? So what we did at that moment, this pattern that has served me when I was younger to get attention and meet my core human needs, it has served me. It has protected me from something. It has helped me or given me what I wanted. The problem is that our nervous system doesn't make a difference whether you're 5 years old or 45 years old. The system is the same. Again, your brain has not updated the old story and the old system that might not be accurate now anymore. You have received love and attention from this specific person, or maybe not, but you have along the way found your peace with it. You have kind of come about, you've worked your way around it, but still this pattern is repeating. Because the underlying protective layer, which is layer number 2, the protection layer, is still serving its purpose based upon a story that is true 10, 15, 20 years ago. The story has never been updated, and so has never your system or your identity system. Underneath this protective layer, so what I've just explained for the overachiever, translate it over to your specific situation. Take the overthinker. Maybe this reluctancy, this hesitancy protected him back in the days from something, from maybe rejection, maybe fear of being humiliated publicly. Maybe it has saved him from a painful relationship that he once experienced when he was younger. Same goes for the people pleaser, right? Holding small and not caring about your own needs maybe protected you at a certain moment from something significant that is no longer current and accurate right now. So we've gone through the surface pattern, what you experience, the underlying protective logic that is holding this specific system in place, and underneath the protective logic is then the identity structure. This is what I call the identity architecture. It is surface pattern, protective logic, and identity structure. In the identity structure, there we have the underlying limiting beliefs that you, through repetition, through evidence, have told yourself over and over and over again that they become so strong, so significant, and so emotionally filled and validated, they became part of how you saw yourself, who you think you are, your self-concept. So working with this system is actually, instead of trying to get rid of the overarching, surface pattern, we dive down to understand and shed light onto, okay, what is this system still holding into place? Once we've shed light to it, we go one layer deeper to understand what is actually the belief that is holding all of this construct together. Because it's kind of like a pyramid, right? Or like an iceberg. The tippy top of the iceberg is the surface pattern. The big foundation, the 90% which is underneath, is your subconscious limiting beliefs and subconscious programs and patterns that are running in the background. So this is the interesting point about identity work. So if you feel like you have certain patterns that, where you see yourself maybe overthinking, maybe like being restless towards achieving, constantly needing to fulfill, or being having this perfectionistic drive, or where you think, okay, maybe I can kind of consider myself a people pleaser in my relationship and at work, usually, in apostrophe marks, usually, this pattern doesn't only stay in one area. It usually translates over to every other area in your life. It maybe shows in different forms in different ways. So if you're experiencing such sort of surface patterns, ask yourself, what has this pattern been serving me in the past? What has it been protecting me from? And from there, ask yourself, what is the belief that I hold about myself? And what about this belief is still true today? This is just a quick video about identity architecture. If this video interested you, and if you want to find out more, and if you want to watch more on this identity work series, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel here. I upload weekly videos next to my weekly podcast that I have on the Journey Beyond podcast. I link everything down in the description down below. If you like this video, share it with a friend. Leave it a like, leave it a comment what you thought about it. And let's spread some more awareness and more love into this field so we can all learn, grow, and experience a healthier and more fulfilled version of ourselves. This was it for me. I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day and see you in the next one. Peace.